The last part of my self-portrait is the movie Moana. It's a narrative film to be specific, and it was created by Disney, but it was directed by Ron Clement and John Musker, released on November 23rd of 2016. Moana portrays the story of an adventurous island teenager who sails out in the sea that she's never explored before or never done before in order to save her island from the darkness that's destroying it. During her journey, Moana meets a demigod who is the reason people are in trouble right now on her island, and he guides her in this quest to restore her island. Together, they sail across the entire sea on an adventurous voyage, and along the way, Moana realizes she's fulfilling a quest that her ancestors have placed on her life forever. And she discovers her own identity in the midst of that, as she seeks what she feels has always called her. Moana has a soundtrack and songs that dig deep into personal identity. This 2016 Disney movie was a game changer for animation and Disney. That being said, there are many social angles portrayed in this film. For instance, nature. Nature was portrayed in the relationship to the importance of land and care for creation and for the ocean that Moana's community portrayed. Culture was something that was looked at as well because we get to see an islander's lifestyle through this movie. One that I researched, Disney did a lot of research in. They went and they lived with some islanders for a period of time to see what their dynamic was. And in that, they brought that into the movie. They orchestrated that the culture of this community of people was important. General identity was something too, because Moana always longed to go to the edge of the sea. She always felt like it was calling her. But she was torn between what her parents and what her community was telling her to do, to be a princess, and also this larger calling to this ocean, to this body of water that she never knew anything about, but everybody in her village would tell her it was unsafe. This movie portrays me for a couple reasons. Number one, I got to see somebody who was so in love with the ocean, and they knew it called them. And I could relate to that a lot. Moana, in a way, was me. I am Moana. I love the ocean, and I'm fascinated by it. And she knew she was called to something bigger than herself. And despite her parents telling her not to do it, she still sought after it, and in that has found herself. When I moved to college, I was portraying a lifestyle that I wanted to go into the medical field. And shortly after, I realized that wasn't actually what I was supposed to do with my life. I later changed my major to environmental science and policy, and it's the best decision I ever made because I'm in the place I'm supposed to be. It fuels my body to learn more about our environment. And in a way, like, the environment calls me, much like Moana says the ocean calls her.